Hi, sweeties. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, anywhere you're watching from. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today, I'll be teaching you how to make crunchy, yummy chin chin. Let's get started, guys. We need our flour. You have to save your flour. This flour is saved already. So, after flour, we need sugar. I will drop the recipe. I will drop the measurement. We need our flour, a leveled cup, just 1 cup leveled. You can use only nutmeg, or I use the two, nutmeg and cinnamon. You can choose to use just nutmeg. Then we need baking powder. We need our butter. We'll be needing 250 grams of butter for the one I want to use, and you can add milk to it. Then we have milk flavor. So I'm not adding milk, but I'll be using milk flavor. Then I'll be using 1 egg. Then you need a bowl for your chin. We need water, clean water. Here I'll be using a Congo of flour, which is equivalent to 1,200 grams. So if you have a scale at home, you can measure your flour as 1,200 grams. After that, you'll be adding your sugar. A measuring cup of sugar leveled, which is equivalent to about 180 to 182 grams, as you can see on the screen. Now I add my milk flavor. You can add as many as you want. You can also add milk. I added half tablespoon each of cinnamon and nutmeg. If you are using only nutmeg, use 1 tablespoon, but for the two, half each, which is equivalent to 1 tablespoon both. Now baking powder, I'll be using 1 tablespoon of baking powder. Get yourself a very good baking powder. So we'll be adding a tablespoon of baking powder. You mix together. Please help me to show love by you comment and you share. After mixing all the powdered ingredients, then you measure your butter. 250 grams of butter will be used for 1,200 grams of flour. 250 grams of butter. You can use that one sachet they normally scale if you don't have scale. So that one sachet is 250 grams. So I'll be making use of 250 grams. Then after adding this, you mix thoroughly. Make sure every of your powdered ingredient has a touch of butter. You have to mix with your 2 ends for proper results. Until you have this texture, just check from the screen. It's already powdered already because all the butter has been mixed with the powdered ingredients. Until you have this texture, then after that, we will break our egg in an empty bowl, just an egg, but your egg must be big, at least to an extent. A egg in an empty bowl, then you add water. Mind you, the egg and water, they are the liquid, they are the watery ingredients here. So that's why we are mixing together, so that everything will touch all the ingredients. All the ingredients will be touching each other. Now we add 2 measuring cups of water to this measurement. 2 measuring cups of water. Then we mix thoroughly. Make sure the yolk is dissolved properly before adding into our powdered ingredients. So after you've mixed thoroughly as you're seeing on the screen, then you add into your prepared batter. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. All the ingredients or the measurements will be shown on the screen. I will put it on the screen for you to see. Then I will put it on the description for you to view. Mix properly with your 2 ends also. Make sure everything is mixed, as you can see on the screen. After mixing to an extent, I wasn't comfortable with the bowl, so I needed to pour everything on the table for proper mixing because the chinchin is much. So if you are not making up to this, you can divide, you can multiply, or if you are making more than this, you can multiply. So it depends on the quantity you want to make. If you are making half of this, then you divide each of the ingredients by 2 and so on. Then if you are making more than this, you'll be multiplying each of the ingredients by 2. So you make sure everything is mixed thoroughly. If you have mixer at home and your mixer is strong enough to have this, then you can make it of your mixer. After mixing, I transferred back into the bowl and cover for about 15 to 20 minutes. After that, then you start mixing. You can mix again for about 1 or 2 minutes. Then you take your rolling pin and your roller to roll out. Mind you, it mustn't be too soft nor too thick, so you have to roll in a proper level. And if you get the measurement correctly, there is no need to add flour after mixing. You just roll. You don't need to add excess flour to it. You will just roll your batter, then you cut into your desired size or shape. Can you see the texture I'm having? You see, you don't need to add any flour to it. Then you get a roller to roll out the shape and the size that you want. Trust me, if you have this recipe and you do it correctly as you're seeing on the screen, you will get absolutely the good result. I mean the right result. After that, you pack gently into a bowl, an empty bowl. You pack gently as you can see on the screen. This can be made at home if you want to eat chinchin at home. It can be made for business anyhow you want it. So you pack gently. You can see I'm not adding any other flour to it. Just pack and put inside the bowl. When it gets inside the oil, it will scatter itself, so you have nothing to worry about with this great recipe I'm giving to you. Repeat the same process until you're done cutting your batter. And at this stage, our oil is already on fire, so you put your oil inside your frying pan at this level. Now, how do we know if our oil is hot enough to fry our chinchin? You just drop one inside the oil. You can see this as it's pumping out already, so it's obvious. So this is telling us that this oil is ready to use. Now we can fry our chinchin. Gently place inside the oil as you can see on the screen. Just leave it there. Do not mix it to scatter itself. You can see how it is pumping on the screen. Then after that, you can now mix. Then I'm pouring another batter inside the oil. Now you keep mixing after about 1 or 2 minutes. I mean after every 1 to 2 minutes, you keep mixing. And mind you, after the oil is hot, you have to reduce the fire. So you fry on a low heat so that your chinchin will not get burnt. You keep mixing. You can see we have excess oil inside the pot, so keep mixing until you have this. It's like golden brown. Then at this level, our chinchin is ready. I pour inside the kitchen colander until it gets cool. You can place a kitchen towel inside a bowl, then you pour in there. Just make sure your crunchy chinchin gets cool before it is stored. It can be stored for about 3 months. Nothing is going to happen to it, but please, if you'll be storing it, make sure it gets so cool. Then you repeat the same process until you finish frying all your chinchin better. Thank you guys for watching. Kindly like, comment, subscribe and share. Thank you so much guys for watching. And after the frying, I'll be showing you the result of all the Chinchin made. Keep watching. Now we are done frying, and this is our crunchy Chinchin. Thank you so much for watching. Until the next. Bye.